morning. Editing and Jerry here. In fact, and Jerry on the screen is also editing. This is me editing my vlog for what day was it? Yesterday? Day 3, I want to say? Probably. Anyway, I am wondering if there's anything in particular you would like to see in these Read-A-Thon vlogs. Today is Thursday. I will be vlogging today and tomorrow and Saturday and I think also Sunday. So there are 4 more opportunities, if my math is correct, to give the people what they want. So, what would you like to see in my vlogs? Please leave a comment in the downstairs, as Brody would say, and let me know what kind of content you would be interested in seeing during my vlogs. Okay, now for Animated and Jerry and the intro. It's me. So yesterday I had to go into work, so I took the Up Express, which is this very empty these days commuter train that takes you into the downtown core. But since I am annotating, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my annotations. Um, Generally speaking, I write in books all the time. And I find it very difficult to read a book without actually writing in it. I write down thoughts that I might have, I underline, I put squares around things. I basically use the book as my notepad so that when I have to go back and record a video, I know exactly what moved me and I know what I can talk about. But I also allow myself the opportunity to know what I was thinking at the time in my life during which I read the book, because sometimes if I reread 5 or 10 years later, it's kind of cool to see what caught my attention at the time. So that's what I'm doing. When I am on the run, I'm not a bandit. When I am commuting, I will. Tommy's like, what is she even saying? I'm not a bandit, right, Tommy?
No.
Okay. So I right now I'm just using a black pen. Actually, you know what? Let me just do a little flip through and show you how I've been annotating the Marrow Thieves by Cherie Demoline. Showing is better than telling. But I am going to do both right now. So this is my flip through of the first couple of chapters of The Marrow Thieves by Cherie Demoline. First chapter was an establishing chapter, so there's a lot of world building. So I did some underlining, arrows for main themes, wrote down any notes, and I prepared a summary at the end of the chapter so I'd remember what happened. Water wars is a theme. I want to research that, so I wrote that down to remind me. Lots of dialogue. I don't tend to annotate anything related to dialogue, but I use stars for themes that I want to return to in my review. And clearly, there are 4 points that I'll be talking about shortly. Okay, so, camera. Yes, hello. It is Wednesday, and I did not get a ton of reading done in the Marrow Thieves because I had to actually go into work for a minute. But I am now on page 56, and right now we're still following. I mean, the story is written from the perspective of Frenchie, who is a Métis young man. He was the one who was with his brother in the tree at the beginning, the tree house at the beginning of the story. And he has now connected with a group of people. They're moving through the woods, they're traveling north. And I guess one thing that I'm thinking about right now is the difference between world building when you are writing fantasy versus world building when you're writing science fiction or speculative fiction. And in this case, this story takes place in the near-ish future. So you can, while we're not provided with a year, Dimmeline is definitely giving us some clues as to the time period, and she very slowly and deliberately has set out a chain of events so that the reader knows how we got to that time, like how we got to the state that the world was in at the time. So there have been water wars. There was the selling off of the Great Lakes, the rampant pollution, and just like a number of other significant events that led to where we are in the story. And also, I believe that Dimmeline is trying to draw a straight line from residential schools to what's happening right now. We're not exactly sure about what's happening right now yet. We just know that it seems like all Indigenous people are on the run because they're at risk of being captured, and they're being captured in part because of this belief that the marrow in their bones allow you to dream. So that's all we have so far. It's very character driven. There's a lot of dialogue. There isn't as much of the sort of like, 3 or 4 paragraphs of explanation about the world and the circumstances. A lot of the story in the background needs to be inferred, and I want to say that the idea of deducing history through storytelling seems to me to be a deliberate decision in this story. So it's moving very slowly. I'm not yet used to the pace, but I'm not mad at it. So here we are. I'm 56 pages in, and that's where I am. So Tommy and I are going to watch a movie. We're going to watch The Matrix, which is one of my favorite movies. So I will not be doing any reading for the rest of the night, so I guess I can sign off. Please let me know what you are reading, and what prompts you're working on right now for the Read-A-Thon. And if you have watched this movie, you're not watching a movie. I am not a movie star yet. But if you've watched this all the way to the end, why don't you tell me what kind of icon should they put in the comments? She's got her headphones on. Can you put a piece of fruit? Because you have to eat fruit.
What were you saying?
No, a vegetable. Put in a vegetable. That would be great.
What were you asking me?
I was going to ask you what icon they should put in the comments, but I've already decided that it's going to be vegetable.
Perhaps some corn or something like that.
Okay, corn, an ear of corn. And if you can't find corn, something that pairs well with corn. All right, thanks for watching. I will shout out. I'll shout out Lucy Reads. I think she put out a video today, and her I think her intro was like, "Merry Christmas!" Just kidding, it's August. And that made me laugh out loud. Lucy is amazing. So check out her channel. Okay, bye.